Hello and welcome back. I decided to make a video today about a topic that something that has crossed my mind just from the last couple of days is intrusive thoughts, and I've been doing some research regarding our thought processes, and what I have found out is one an intrusive thought is basically a way that our brain communicates feelings to us, and in a way it's well, first of all, it's an old part of the brain. It's like a very old part of the brain that communicates in very basic terms. Like usually things will be sexual in nature. There will be very like survival instinct kind of way. So when they communicate these feelings, they seem pretty extreme. So an intrusive thought could be something that just pops into your mind when you least expect it. You're busy engaged in doing something. Maybe you're writing something, or you're watching telly, and then you're watching television, and then you just have a thought, maybe like a sexual thought about somebody, and it's unwarranted, it's unwanted, it's an unwanted thought. And what I've one of the things that I've noticed is it's kind of revisited. It's kind of been revisited, and this time around, with experience, you find out that you have tools that you can use. Like one tool that you can effectively you get to use is that that if a thought comes into your mind, number one, it will come to your mind like as if it's your own personal thought. It could be something that makes you feel really uncomfortable. It could be an uncomfortable thought, like a very personal thought. Maybe even it might leave you feeling a little bit like, why would I think something like that? But just know that these thoughts, they come from like a primitive part of you that's been collected over, basically it's like you've evolved into a new person who's you live within, like you have a structure in yourself, like you have morals and structures. You have morals, and these thoughts are usually the complete opposite of what your standing is. So some people have thoughts about harming people. Like I remember, like I would imagine somebody being pushed, somebody standing on a train station platform, and imagine that somebody would walk past, and the person would hit them, put like something, that the person will be basically put in the way of a on I don't want to say it because I don't want to say it, but I don't want someone will be put into a way of an oncoming train, for instance, and I wonder, like, why would I have a thought like that? And that is just very light. Like that's something that I can openly share, and even that's difficult because usually it involves people that you either don't know, or it's very extreme. It could be somebody who you really care about. You have thoughts of having sexual thoughts, violent things, like these thoughts usually, one thing that I've found out is that usually that they're really the complete opposite of who you really are, but they actually come in a voice or your feelings that feel like they're coming from yourself. So you question your own standing, you question yourself, like, who am I to think these thoughts? So a coping technique that people use is to acknowledge the thought, but really just to let the thought go, and don't really do not judge yourself for having these thoughts, because they don't actually identify with the core being of who you are. They're not you. They might sound like you. They might even converse. The feelings might even feel like you're having in a dialogue with yourself with these thoughts. But just know that they're a old primitive part of you that's based on survival. It's not your enemy. It's actually a part of you that actually wants to protect you. But the only thing is, it's the way it's working, because it's working at a lower part of the brain. It's distorted. That when it's sending these signals, your brain is evolved to a higher part. So the way it comes to you, it seems so basic and just like, what is the point of this? So just know that it's not your, I've gone through it, and the general point is that these thoughts are not you. They're not yourself. You don't have to identify and claim these thoughts as yourself. You let them exist in your brain. Do not fight them. Let the thought come, express itself, and just release it. It won't. The only way it goes away is if you just give it that subtle acknowledgement, and then you just let the thought go. You don't fight it, and then it will just ease. And then over time, the thought, it has this intelligence that it will cope. It will know that you're safe and you're not under some sort of attack, so it won't need to send these kind of signals to you in the future. Well, this video was about intrusive thoughts. I hope that this comes across to you and it's helpful. And till next time, please be safe, and I'll see you then.